as you can see here, this is your shutter speed. Okay, as I adjust it, it also decreases the exposure. Okay. The aperture. Okay. Aperture and shutter speed works in tandem. Okay. This indicator is telling you whether your subject is underexposed or overexposed. But what you see here is underexposed, and this one is giving you overexposed. You have to trust sometimes your eye, what you see now, which is exposed. On that side, it's overexposed. On this side, it's properly exposed. So that's the time you adjust your shutter. Okay. And like I said, if you have a smaller aperture, meaning bigger number, you have to have slower shutter. Okay. Now we go back to okay. With shutter priority, it just gives effects to the photo. As you can see here, I have two photos of the same subject taken at 7 o'clock in the evening. There's still not much sun. On the photo on the left, it was taken at 30 seconds, aperture of 11. So it's giving you high depth of field, the foreground, the background, and your subject is very visible. But everything that moves will be washed out. You can see the cloud trails moving, and the water became flat. Okay? The photo on the right, 30th of a second, you can see the ripples of the water and the moving water taxis. Okay, that's the effect that shutter speed can do. At night, this was exposed for 3 minutes, 180 seconds. You can see all the light trails of the moving taxi. The water is still flat and everything else is clear. ISO 100, aperture of 11, shutter speed of 3 minutes, 180 seconds with the use of a tripod. It's impossible for you to take a photo with long exposure if you don't have a tripod. Okay, freeze, fast shutter and slow shutter. This metro train was traveling for 80 kilometers. I use ISO 100 and 400 shutter speed. So there you go. Now, we'll be talking about aperture priority. Small number, meaning bigger opening. It's reversed. The smaller the number, the bigger the opening. The higher the number, the smaller the opening. Big opening or small aperture will give you shallow depth of field. Small opening, bigger number will give you high depth of field. What do I mean by shallow depth of field? Shallow depth of field will give you this kind of effect. Your subject, my subject was the locks, but everything else behind it is blurred. Okay? I use aperture 7.1 and 30 seconds. So you can see when you zoom it all the way, your camera, and focus on something, you will focus it with your foot zoom, not with your lens. That's the best way to capture this shallow depth of field. Okay? Zoom it all the way, then focus. Not focus, then zoom out. No, it's the other way around. You have to zoom all the way your camera. It can be any type of subject, a person, and you shoot far. You have to compose it by foot. not through the lens. That's the best option. Anything above 50 mm will blur the background. And this one is the high depth of field, meaning smaller aperture, bigger number. Okay, your foreground, your background, and your subject will be clear. But take note, if you're using smaller apertures, you have to expose your shutter speed longer. Okay, because the eyes is getting smaller, therefore it needs more time to capture the light. Okay, now we go to manual. Once you get used to with the shutter speed and aperture to work in tandem, therefore that's the time for you to shoot manually. Okay, the program mode. In order for you to be able to use manual mode, my suggestion is you use the program mode or the semi-automatic mode or the professional mode. Okay? It will help you get the exposure instantly, and you can tweak it like manually. I can see there that you have a very good full frame camera, D700.
Yes.
You use manual or
Yes.
manual all the way? Yeah, that's good. But do you find it sometimes overexposed or underexposed, or you
Yeah.
just do?
No, it's sometimes it's good, sometimes it's absolutely shite.
Yeah, exactly. So, try using program mode sometime, and then it will help you get the exposure right away. But it's trial and error most of the time. Okay, it's according to your taste as well. With the program mode, you can easily adjust the aperture and the shutter speed, or at the same time. But it gives you the exposure that your camera is thinking the best for that subject. Once you got that photo, try to copy the settings and put it in manual mode. That's how I learned my technique. And then, I'm the lazy type of photographer, I admit it, but I always use manual. Okay? It's just a tip for you. Use program mode, and then copy the settings, then use it in manual mode. That's the best feature, and experience, trial and error. Okay, I'll be talking about the JPEG. JPEG is the digital file of your photo. Okay, it's millions of pixels. Okay. I'll be talking about megapixels. Okay. It doesn't mean that, for example, this camera is 16 megapixels and this one is 14. Okay. It doesn't mean that if this camera is has more megapixels, it will take more good photo. And this one 40 megapixels. It's actually about the sensor. Okay, we have two types of sensors, the CCD and the CMOS sensor. I forgot the abbreviation meaning of it, but the CMOS sensor is the smaller type of sensor, and the CCD sensor is the one used by the full frame cameras. That is the sensor. Okay.
It's a CCD?
This one is CMOS.
Oh, CMOS.
Small type. Very compact and very cost efficient in manufacturing. The CCD, that one has bigger one. Okay? So, it's the film sensitivity. That's the digital film for us in digital age.
What about a raw compared to JPEG?
Okay. The difference between JPEG and RAW takes up more space, and everything that you shoot in RAW, okay, can be used in different types of software without damaging the photo. Okay. everything that's taken in RAW can be adjusted, while in JPEG, that's it is. What you see is what you get. In RAW, you need to post-process it. Okay, different types, Photoshop, whatever you have, and then you convert it to JPEG for the final output. Okay, RAW is raw. It's like a fresh meat. You put seasoning on it, whatever you want to cook it, or no, whatever type. But yeah, like I
So only
said,
these camera, the professional camera have a RAW capability or?
No.
My camera, her camera, this camera, that camera. Some of my cameras here as well have RAW. Okay, you may want to put that in consideration if you're really a RAW shooter. That camera has a RAW feature. Okay, and it takes up more space, so you need bigger capacity cards.
But you can make a bad picture still work. If it's too dark or way too dark. I've had black pictures that I could still make.
On your camera?
Yeah.
JPEG or RAW?
No, RAW.
RAW, yeah, RAW, exactly. Even if it's a bad photo, once you took it in RAW, you can still make it look good.
Really?
That's the capacity of RAW.
I see. With the software on the PC, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can make your wife look beautiful again.
You
Or
can
you
send her-
just shoot it.
That's the cheap way of
My wife's not here.
that's the cheap way of cosmetology or surgery. So I'll be talking about composition. So photographer, we have the rule of thirds. Okay, we divide the photo into 9 parts. We have a rule to keep your subject off center. Okay, but you can see here our subject on the left is dead center, but all the details of the face was on the left side. Okay, the eyes, the ears, and the mouth and the nose, majority of it's on the left side. Okay, if you're taking a landscape photo, if you want a scenery and you want to be on it, try to move them on the left side or the right side in order for you to see the whole scenery with you on it. Okay? For taking landscape photos, you divide it into 3 again. 1/3 sky, 1/3 the bridge, and 1/3 sea, or 2/3 sea, 1/3 sky, or reverse. Something like that. Okay? Well, that's about it. If you have any more questions, we'll be happy to assist you at the photo gallery. Just bring your cameras with you. If you accidentally delete your photos, please take out your memory card and hand it over to one of our photographers. We'll be happy to assist you in recovering, but we cannot guarantee. All right, thank you for coming. I'm glad
Everybody, welcome to the White Hot Party, welcome to the White Hot Party. Parents, I'm going to kindly ask you to please get a hold of your kids right now because we're going to have some dancers over here. And just be mindful, be very careful because we're going to be dancing a lot. So, please, I know the kids are ready to party. Segundos, y por favor tengan cuidado con los niños ya que vamos a estar bailando y puede ser un poco peligroso para ellos. Alright, but right now we're going to start the White Hot Party. First, pass your attention to the bar as we're going to have a march. Alright, well done everybody. Taking a martinis and shots as well. We're going to start right away everybody. Welcome. We have energy. The White Hot Angel.
I just need you to it, now walk it by yourself. Now walk it by yourself. Now you see what I'm talking about. Sing for the dirty sound. White with no swinging now. I'm talking about sugar baby.
This is the best party on a cruise vacation. That was a great time. Let's party all night long. The right,
The right, the right, the right, the left, the left, the left, the left, the left. Now kick, now come on, baby, kick. Now walk it by yourself, walk it by yourself. To the right, to the right, to the right, the right, the right, the left, to the left, to the left, the left, the left. Now kick, now kick, now kick, now kick, now walk it.
I'm shaking the city like clay. Haters blowing the face like guns. I'm breaking the cake, so let's make it. I'm taking the game's mine. Yeah, I witness the change, it's my time. Yeah, I'm new to the game, but y'all might wanna say the word crash, they like saying the time. I can dance all it, I'm a two-step. Yeah, I'm looking at something like a tree, yeah. A girl told me that a man that can dance might can possibly get down with the tune in his pan. But I'm a lady, let me see it vibrate. And when it's over, you ain't gonna need your bird. Cause I'm a pro, you giving your back low in the kind of real thing, just like a purple. So, sit back and can't help my girl. Yeah, boy, got a gift like you got it at Christmas. Swag on this like you got it at gift. The girl don't care, and they won't bitches, and they gon' pray her. See that? Love in the bed while I'm saying my scriptures. Cause I leave you honey like you pray in the temple. I move with the letter with pencil. My won't miss you, good night kiss you. Take a damn laugh, cause you got history. And all that body nigga are these issues. This is how I roll, all I need is time.
Style. Gangnam Style. Oppa Gangnam Style.
Now it's the 8:30 on the 29th of November 2013. We just arrived in Malaga. So we plan to today we take off the ship, and we plan to, after 9-day beautiful 9-day cruise ship, go to Spain, Morocco, Portugal, Canary Island, and come back from Malaga. So today we go back to US. So this morning we want to go to the Cape. I don't know if possible or not, but we try. If not, we go to the airport and go to USA. Bye bye. Carnival, thank you very much for letting us board the ship, beautiful ship, and a lot of fun. So we take off ship and we see Spain. Nice trip. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Malaga Beach. Tối nên ấy lên đó, hôm trước mình đi tối sao không thấy đèn không à, đó phải chụp vào ngày nữa. Camera này. Xin bye bye. Bye. Bye bye. We are on the way to Naja Cave. Thằng này cũng ai gặp mình đi kia mấy gặp thì giờ toàn là đi airport thôi.
Chắc mấy chục rồi. Ở trong kia nó chạc, ở trong thuyền nó chạc 30 đô một người đi ra thị trường. Tưởng đâu của Gibraltar chứ. Những cái San Jose. Chắc gần tới rồi. Mấy cái nhà đây nó sơn chắc có quá.
Có tên này hả?
Ticket.
Okay, ticket. Yeah. Okay.
The taxi.
Oh wow. Up. Okay, Niha. Okay, in Niha. In Magala.
Cái trên này cái lá người ta đang rùi à.
Nè, xích nè. Ok,
Cái này phải để flash sao bạn?
không có
ô tô được không?
ô tô khỏi flash ở gì được rồi chụp đi. Nó không có flash để chừng đó. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Ồ, cũng đẹp không? Này. Không, đứng gần không? Đứng gần mới thấy. Nè. Đứng gần. Tại vì cái này không có trong cho flash, thành ra phải đứng gần mới thấy. Gần không thấy nha. Nè. Yeah. Thấy không?
Thấy.
Nè, đứng đây nè, đây nè. Chỗ này cho nó ánh sáng cho anh thấy. Rồi. Không cho flash rồi, nhiều flash rồi. Còn nhiều đi không? Nhớ nè. Thi. Chút nữa nhớ đi cái này. Đâu không nhớ cái này không ra gì. Cái khác nữa.
Solida.
Ồ, sao đó? Ok. Thi, từ từ đi, từ từ. Ồ, này thấy đó. Nè. Đó. Nè, chụp xong á, rồi để nó xích rồi mới mua. Oh, the richest takanai in the world. This is the one. This is the greatest takanai in the world, in the whole world. Beautiful. This is greatest takanai in the whole world. que se va a llegar a los 77 años.
Ese que llega.
Está muy gordo.
Por lo que estaba gordo el otro día. Ayer me lo vi, sí.
Es normal.
Yo lo vi, iba con el coche y lo vi por la calle. Estaba gordo todavía.
Y si llega, ¿qué calidad de vida debe tener? 7 años. El paso que va a
Yo no sé los vicios que tendrá ese tío para estar en el pequeño de ella.
Yo creo que está un pobre. No por la calle que da con ellos, ¿sí?
Mal vestido,
¿Qué gasta el
una
dinero?
ropa, un cochecillo. Sí, coño, tú no lo tienes bien.
Un apartamento. Y es que va a tener para algo. Y una chispilla.
Oh, no.
Todo lo que tiene Miguel Camillera. ¿Qué está lleno de YouTube? Yo estoy viendo que mete la hija allí y se fuera. No hay como the chamber, of course, the chamber is also called the relation to the run go from we sing. Beautiful. The great chamber, chamber of ghost. Hay quá cái kia hay ghê. This is the biggest stakhanai in the world. The biggest, largest in the world. Largest in the world. Stakhanai. I come here to show you. From the bottom here to the top, the largest stakhanai in the world, in the whole world. The chamber here, the stakhanai. The huge central column, the huge chamber, huge central column is the Guinness Book of Record. Is the largest in the world. It's a 32 meter high. The base measure. Đi đi. Ồ, cái bể đó nè. Rồi chụp này đứng đây rồi. Quá trời hả? Quá trời.
Vô cái động này nè. Ở chỗ kia kìa.
Trong ấy này hả? Giấy này.
Trong đâu có nó có cái bảng ballet festival gì ballet.
Biggest largest in the world. Stuck này.
Thạch nhũ.
Đây đi. Quá đẹp. Beautiful. The ballet dancing out here. Sala the ballet. Then ballet out here. It's this stage. Here's the ballet dancing floor house right here in this floor. Hai. Thôi.
Cái động này nó ngắn thôi nhưng mà nó lớn. Cũng 1 cây số à, đi cũng 1 cây số. Vâng, xin này phải chụp xuống.
Không vậy, có vậy đâu, không chụp xuống hay đâu. You're going to get out of the cage. In a beautiful cage. I'm glad I can do it. We come here, the cage not open yet. We will have to wait for 5 minutes to get open and take about 1 hour walk through. So now we get out the cave, beautiful cave, one of the largest Canary in the world. Magala Airport, where the D63. Three here. Đây. Magala Airport. Perfume. Đây là Magala. Now we fly to Madrid. And from Madrid go to USA. And nice cruise ship, beautiful, huh? We're in Madrid.
Cuidado, permiso.
Madrid phi trường Madrid.
Chắc chỗ này có internet được.
Madrid. Đi.
XO mà sao?
Đắt hả?
100 Mỹ, tưởng đâu có 50 Mỹ.
We approach to U67, the gate go to New York from Madrid here. From domestic airport, take a train to the international airport, take about 25 minutes. So if we arrive late, we will be late. The train consists about 1 hour. New York.